A fucking funny story without the word fuck in it. Clean as it could be. I was laughing my tits off. It was so funny. And thinking, you can go fuck yourself. You sing like a bird and you're funny too. I'm screwed. And then he began to talk about his father, his dead father. Whew. Son of a bitch. Tough to trump a dead father. And he went on to talk about how great a man his father was, and certainly there was no one there to argue with him. His father was a great man and a wonderful man. He was not only a redneck, but he was a judge too. And he was the most wonderful man on earth. And all I thought as I stood off stage was, fuck, I don't have time to go back and kill mine. And he said that his father, as he got sicker and sicker, talked to Vince, and he had the idea for a song, a great song, he thought. And he wanted Vince to write that song, but Vince couldn't do it while his father was dying. But after his father died, Vince got the inspiration. And he wrote the song, and now it would be his pleasure to sing it for you. And so he began to sing his dead father's song, Son of a Bitch. You gotta like his dead father's song, don't you? What kind of a prick would go, gee, that song's a piece of shit. His dead father couldn't write shit. No, you're not. You're gonna love that song. And it was a great song. It was sad and it was funny. It was fucking funny. The song, the title of that song and the refrain was, how can I kiss those lips at night that have been chewing my ass out all day long? If you didn't laugh at that, you see a doctor tomorrow. That is fucking funny. And it basically established the guidelines for how dirty you could be. You can say ass in reference to ass, as in he said ass. I thought he was gonna say hiney. I'm standing off stage going through my act, getting rid of all the dirty words, and I got 2.5 minutes. And then he brought on his wife. His wife is Amy Grant. Do we know who she is? You should, because she is the greatest Christian singer in all of Christendom. And she's perfect. She's fucking perfect. I know, because I stood next to her. And she's made entirely out of cream. I couldn't believe my own eyes. I pushed the back of the head to check, and it went bloop, 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 bloop. And I know she's perfect, because the only thought that I had in my head as I stood next to her was, you're a despicable piece of shit. You're a despicable piece of shit. You're a despicable piece of shit, Louis. You're a despicable piece of shit. And then she walked onto the stage. I realized doves were flying around her head. We're indoors. How the fuck can she do it? And they're not shitting on her. And then she and Vince kiss. Now you've gone over the line. There was no need for you to kiss. You were just standing off stage watching him for the past 15 minutes. You haven't been gone from each other for an hour. You've been fucking sitting there. You fucking have been, there is no, and when they kissed, it was unbelievable. When it comes to love, I'm the most jaded fuck on the planet Earth. But when they kissed, You could palpably feel their love in waves through the universe. It crashed over the audience. I was literally blown over by their love. And I thought, I have friends who are married. I've never seen this kind of love before. This is a different love. This is the love that Christians have. And I thought, I have never experienced this except for one instant in my whole life, when I was on a golf course and I hit a hole in one. And I still have the ball, but we don't have that relationship. And now, she began to sing. And she sang about Jesus. Oh. The little Jew inside me began to weep. I turned to my friend Kathleen Madigan, a very, very funny comedian, and the woman who'd gotten me the gig. And I said, take a good look at the time, because this is the precise moment that our friendship is ended. And then I had to flee the room. Because I thought if I stood there any longer that I might actually rush the stage and accept Christ into my heart as my one true Savior. If just to get the audience on my side. And then they finished to a thunderous standing ovation. People were weeping with joy, and they left the building on the wings of angels. And now, here's Louis Black. And I walked down to the stage and I said, you know, I would like whoever put together the acts in the order that we were seeing them that evening, if they could just join me on stage. Because instead of doing 30 minutes of time, I was going to use it to beat the shit out of him. I said, who comes up with this? Brings out a perfect couple and then says, now you've seen them, and let's bring on the miserable aging Jewish prick. I turned 60 this past summer, and I am not fucking... Don't applaud that. There's nothing to fucking applaud. Getting older is not an accomplishment. It's pure dumb fuck luck. It wasn't like you're out there going, boy, he must have a high-fiber diet. Doesn't he look marvelous? He looks like he goes to the gym every day. No. I wasn't happy about turning 60 because 60 is old. And the thing that is weird is it's not treated as being old anymore. I would tell people, they'd say, why are you depressed? Because I'm turning 60. They go, oh, 60, you're still young. And I'd go, fuck you! 60's old. And I know 60 is old. I know it for a fact because when I was a kid, people who turned 60 were dropping like fucking flies. The guy who lived across the street actually woke up one day, had his cereal, head went right into the goddamn bowl, dead as a doornail. And I turned to my mom and said, what'd he die of? 60. The only way that I kind of deal with being 60 is I realize that what I've become is two 30-year-olds who stand around and discuss my problem. I know that 60 is old because I can't remember shit. I don't remember things anymore at all. If you watch a conversation between me and my friends who are my age, it's like watching verbal charades.